I took a kind of a semi-break a little bit because I had some things I have to take care of, some personal things, working through them. And I'm just going to wait until the end of season 1 to do a full review for it. And then episode 5 happens. So, I guess I'm talking about the first half of the season then. I'm back.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Will, and welcome back. And I'm back to the channel here. It's been a little bit, like a couple weeks actually, since I've last posted a video. Just working through some stuff, doing some things, some personal things, still working on some things here. So yeah, I was going to kind of wait to do an actual season review for X-Men 97. And it was, I was planning on just kind of doing it because obviously I kind of dropped the ball a little bit with Avatar, which I will give an explanation and an update on where that is standing right now. Yeah, I was going to wait to talk about it, but then it's just really fucking good. And so I figured after the last episode, I might as well give some preliminary thoughts since we're halfway through the season. So this is a spoiler review for X-Men 97. The first half, the first 5 episodes. This is a series on Disney Plus. If you have been living under a rock for some reason and have no idea what this is the revival or continuation of the X-Men the Animated Series that debuted in the mid-90s on Fox Kids and is now being continued as X-Men 97 on Disney Plus. I'm going to talk spoilers for the first 5 episodes. If you haven't watched them yet, please go check them out. They are really, really freaking good. I'm going to be talking about the first 5 episodes. I'm not going to ramble on too long about it, but definitely go check it out if you haven't, and then come back and hear my thoughts on it, if you would, please. And if this happens to be your first time checking out one of my videos, hi, my name is Will. I do geeky things on this internet. I took a little bit of a break. Probably still going to be very sporadic on videos for a little bit longer, but I couldn't sit here and wait another month before talking about the series. So that's what this video is. But I do reviews and reactions, discussions, some gaming, some drinking. Typically like to have fun, and I hope you do as well. If this happens to be your bag and you like hearing it from a geeky bear like myself, please subscribe to the channel. Trying to hit 1,000 this year in terms of subscribers. Can't say nothing but thank you and show love and admiration to everyone who has supported this channel over the entire course of its existence, and especially over the course of like the last 6 months to a year, because it's been really exciting to see all the new subscribers. So thank you so much. I just wanted to say that real quick before I jump into this. And I will talk briefly about what's going on with the channel right now, what's going on with like my absence and things like that. I will talk about that briefly at the end of this video. I'll more than likely be making another video kind of giving an update to the channel and what you can expect for the next like month or two. Just kind of stick around for that and subscribe for the other video when that drops, hopefully sometime in the next week or so. But let's just talk about X-Men 97 real quick, because holy shit, this series exceeded my expectations so far.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Alright, so X-Men 97, like I said, it is the continuation of X-Men the Animated Series. It picks up 5 years after the events of that series ending that saw the death of Charles Xavier. The series picks up with that, with the X-Men still doing X-Men things. We've got the core X-Men back. We have Cyclops, Jean Grey, Wolverine, Storm, Morph, Jubilee, Beast, Gambit, Rogue, blah, 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 blah. And, inclusions of Bishop and Morph being more of a mainstay again is really cool. But also the big surprise that Magneto is now in charge of the X-Men, because that was one of the final wishes of Charles Xavier. And of course, mutants having to deal with humanity trying to accept them, or even not just accept them, just understanding, as Magneto said in episode 2 in that brilliant speech to the UN, that this is a shared world and they just have a right to live in it just like everybody else. The writing on this show has been stupid crazy good. In terms of just the delivery, crafting of the words, everything just breathes what the X-Men stood for to me, about a group of oppressed people trying to find a place in a world that fears and hates them, and not even trying to be accepted at this point. It's really just about having their own place in the world. It's a big planet, and the problem is that even Magneto states it in one of the episodes, both sides really saw the world very small, and Charles always saw it very big. Charles always wanted Charles Xavier. I'm like saying like it's like I'm on first name basis with him. You know, he wanted humans and mutants to be able to coexist. Not necessarily. I think he, from all interpretations, I remember the character wanting to be accepted by them. The X-Men are always very much poignant and of the time, and have always been about civil rights. So the series does such a wonderful job conveying that, and is unabashedly unapologetic about it, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And also, one of the benefits of what they're doing with 97, which I'm really enjoying, is the fact that it's not just about one or two X-Men. It is about all of them. Like, these first 5 episodes shine a light on almost every character on the roster. It's not just about Wolverine, which some series have done later on in the existence of the X-Men, because Wolverine was the most popular. Someone like Cyclops, who was always the leader, always kind of like the Boy Scout-ish a little bit, really gets a chance to shine in these first 5 episodes, which I really love. Magneto was right. Magneto is right. And the character is so well done in these first 5 episodes. How he's not trying to distance himself from his past. He owns up to everything, and he justifies it very well. And it's like, yeah, Magneto was right. And he's serving cunty grandpa and that outfit that he wears. Which, by the way, if you could not tell that almost every X-Men character in this series is at some spectrum on at least bisexual, I'm living for it, and I love it, absolutely. Even Jubilee's getting the time to shine, and Jubilee's always been an underserved character in a lot of depictions of X-Men animation or live action. So I think 97 has done an immaculate job of that. Different storylines from the comics that they're bringing in, with Storm losing her powers and forming a relationship with Forge, with the reveal that Jean is a clone, and Madeline Pryor's subsequent independence showing up in it as well. Genosha being a major player in the beginning of the series, and its untimely destruction when it comes to episode 5, which is the big episode. The relationship with Rogue and Magneto, and how Magneto's able to give Rogue the sensation of physical touch where Gambit can't, and that whole love triangle. It's really, really, really well done, and it's been a joy to watch these first 5 episodes. Talking about not holding anything back either. Between like episode 2 with the assault on the UN by the Executioner, and the I think they're FOB, I think that's the name of the anti-mutant group in the series, and how, if they took Storm's powers away and Magneto's speech, and just, it's so good. Episode 3 was cool. The reveal that Madeline Pryor was a clone of Jean. Haven't been able to figure out when Jean was switched out for Madeline, and who is more Jean than the other. And the fact that Madeline and Scott had Nathan Summers, who ends up being Cable, who makes his appearance in episode 5 before everyone gets killed. Those different things all done so well. And even for anyone who's not necessarily has the history of the comics behind them, the series does a really good job engaging general audiences while also giving longtime readers the fan service and the due these characters being done properly in this medium of animation. It's been top notch all the way through. For a lot of the episodes, just left me like jaw dropped. Even the non-heavy episodes, like episode 4, the Motendo and the Life Debt, like the 2-parter episode where they're 2 separate stories all in the same episode. The Motendo episode to me was fun. And you got to see young Jubilee with an alternate version of herself, which, fun fact, they got the original voice actress for Jubilee to play the older version, or the alternate version of Jubilee, while the new actress is portraying the current version. And I really liked that little team up that they did in the episode. That was fun to me. Every episode gives you something that's worth talking about. Episode 1, the reveal of Magneto, being in charge of the X-Men now. The scene when they take out the last remaining Sentinel supposedly, and that dope landing that Scott does with the optic blast to the ground, and he's like, to me, my X-Men. It is so cool. Episode 2, of course, for me, my favorite part was the speech that Magneto does. I've listened to that speech like so many times.
Charles Xavier entrusted me with his dream, and it does not ask you to love or embrace my kind as your own, but merely to accept that this is a shared world with a common future, and that my kind, like yours, have the right to live in it.
It is such a good freaking episode. It encapsulates everything that Magneto feels about it, but also the wishes of his longtime friend. And if you ask me my personal opinion, probably lover, Charles Xavier, left for him as a final wish for him in order to carry on his vision, his dream, but do it his way, in a beautiful blending of the two. Like, that whole episode was good. The callback to the Sailor Moon's transformation for Madeline Pryor in episode 3 was really dope, and how that sets up Cable as a future character that we see in episode 5. I've mentioned Montendo for episode 4, and the relationship with Aurora and with Forge in the other half of that episode 4. And of course, the massacre of Genosha of episode 5, Magneto and Gambit's supposed death. I'm assuming they are officially dead based off the episode. The Gambit went out like a boss. That whole second half of the episode, after the confrontation between Rogue and Gambit, and how Gambit honestly is such a fucking G, man. I mean, he loves Rogue so much and understands the limitations of their relationship, even though for him, love is much deeper than just skin deep. I think I butchered that. Sorry about that. But how he goes from that and understanding the situation to being like, we'll just be friends. And while it's tearing him up inside, he still does everything for Rogue. And even to the point where he saves her and ends up sacrificing himself to destroy that Mega Sentinel that annihilated most of the major players. And like, Magneto was killed. I think Banshee and Moira were killed. I think that was Sebastian Shaw. I think that was him. Most of the Morlocks got iced. I thought Nightcrawler was dead, which Nightcrawler. So cool to see him, and I love his greeting to Rogue and Gambit when they first showed up. It's such a happy beginning of the episode to just immediately gut punch you by the end. Super excited to see where the rest of the series go, because that's only halfway. They did that at the halfway point, and that's definitely going to change the opinions that they had once they found a way to get the UN and the people to start kind of liking them. And then they do this. We'll see what happens in these 5 episodes. I love that Storm has her mohawk too. I'm just gushing about the series so far right now. And I haven't even mentioned the animation. The animation looks crisp as hell. I mean, I'm one of the people that actually do like most of the animation from What If. I like the different style that they're doing with it. But the way that they were able to take the original sort of X-Men 97 art style, the drawings, and modernize it and give it, to be perfectly honest, like an anime style, where the movement is much more fluid and crisp, like stuff that it wasn't until the real integration of like the anime style to Western animation really gave you this like beautiful blending of the past and the present. And it's so cool to look at. I never skipped the opening. Why would you skip that original opening? I also like the fact, as a fun fact, the opening changes constantly. The roster is changing constantly. obviously, because half of them are rather leaving or getting killed or whatever. But like the subtle things are just so well done, and I'm so happy that this series has exceeded my expectations, to be completely honest. I was not expecting much from X-Men 97. I thought it would be a good way to reintroduce them to fans of the original 90s series, but also newer fans who wanted to see the X-Men and more of a modern take of it. But, you know, we've gotten some live action versions that have been hit or miss here and there, but this has been across the board a 10 for me, if I had to rank anything right now. And we're only halfway through, so it'll be interesting to see what the last 5 episodes look like. I will do a review for the final. I will do a review for the second half of the season once it concludes. But yeah, definitely let me know any thoughts that you have on X-Men 97 in the comments down below. Talk spoilers all you want. That's what this video is for. But anyway, that is going to do it for this review for the first half of X-Men 97 Season 1. Anything you want to talk about, put it in the comments down below. As always, thank you so much for checking out this and all my videos. I really do appreciate it. Again, if you happen to have been new here and this is the first time you're checking out one of my videos, hopefully you liked it, and hopefully you will subscribe to the channel to check out some of the other videos that I have done. You can follow me on a lot of different social media platforms that are listed at the end of this video. Like I stated at the beginning of the video, I'm kind of dealing with some personal stuff right now. I am working on things that I won't really get into in this video. Like I said, I'll talk about it in a separate video. There are videos and movies and things I've been meaning to go see that I just have not had the time to go see right now. Taking care of the family, got some things happening right now that require my undivided attention. So hence the reason that I haven't really posted like trailer reactions and things like that. I haven't really streamed in like 2 weeks either. So I am getting those things worked on and taken care of. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks you will start seeing more regular videos again. But I will get more into that in a separate video. I don't want to bog this video down with all this stuff, but I do appreciate each and every one of you for checking out these videos, checking out the channel, subscribing. It means the world to me. This is primarily a hobby, something I do for fun that could eventually become something more permanent, at least from the editing standpoint, because I do all the editing for these videos. So that is the general goal, but I appreciate each and every one of you nonetheless. Like I said, subscribe to the channel. I will post more of an update video in a separate video. Hope you enjoy the series like I am, and until next time, I will catch you later. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you did like this video, why not give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends? You can subscribe to the channel by clicking on my gorgeous little face right over there. You can follow me on all the various social media platforms right below. And last but certainly not least, if you've got a few extra minutes, why not check out one of the lovely videos floating right over here.